This is Hurricane Ian, a massive storm that's wreaking havoc throughout Puerto Rico and the United States. Millions of lives and homes are being threatened. And the storm could put huge chunks of the state of Florida completely flooded. This was one of the strongest storms the United States has ever seen, with winds reaching as high as 170 kilometers an hour. If you think this is bad, we have even more dangerous weather disasters on our list. From massive floods to outrageous blizzards, here are 8 more of the most deadly weather disasters around the world. In September 2017, Hurricane Maria struck the northeastern Caribbean. One of the most significant areas affected was Puerto Rico. The Category 5 hurricane killed over 3,000 people and caused $91 billion worth of damage. This makes it the third costliest tropical cyclone ever recorded. In 2017, Hurricane Harvey rampaged through Nicaragua, Belize, and then peaked when it reached Texas and Louisiana. The storm is reported to be one of the most destructive hurricanes ever. It was also one of the wettest, causing severe flooding in the areas affected. Not to mention the hurricane went on for over 15 days. Hopping over to the other side of the world, Afghanistan had one of its worst blizzards ever in 2008. The storm brought temperatures below -30 degrees Celsius, and the mountainous regions were met with over 180 centimeters of snow. All in all, this blizzard killed nearly 1,000 people in the country. But those weren't the only casualties or injuries. Due to people in the country being unprepared for this weather, over 100 people got frostbite that was so severe body parts had to be amputated. Now let's heat things up a bit. In 2010, Russia had one of its worst heat waves ever recorded. Their summer months were met with temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. Luckily, this weather disaster didn't kill many people, but the country had severe droughts and millions of hectares of crops were destroyed. 2020 brought Australia one of the worst wildfires the world has ever seen. Caused by lightning strikes, heat waves, and droughts, this weather disaster destroyed over 3,500 homes. But it wasn't just humans being affected. The homes of thousands of animals were destroyed as well. From kangaroos to koala bears, Australian firefighters and animal rescue teams worked day and night to help any animals they could. Back on the other side of the world, we're taking a look at Winter Storm Uri. In 2021, Texas and Mexico were primarily affected by this storm, as their infrastructure had difficulty handling the snow and low temperatures. This resulted in power outages, as well as destroyed buildings and homes. In total, it's estimated the storm caused nearly $200 billion worth of damage. In 2013, Cyclone Fallon went across vast parts of India. The storm reportedly affected 12 million people, and 500,000 had to be evacuated from the coastline. Oh, and in case you were wondering what the difference between a cyclone, a hurricane, and a typhoon is, it's just the location. They're essentially the same storm. They're just called different things depending on where you are in the world. There are slight variations between each, but at the end of the day, they're all incredibly dangerous storms that have high winds and lots of rain that can cause severe damage. At our final spot, we have one of the most devastating hurricanes of all time. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina only occurred for 8 days, but the effects have lasted over a decade. At its most devastating, the storm had winds of over 280 kilometers an hour. It destroyed many parts of New Orleans and the surrounding areas, causing over $125 billion in damage. Although it's been over 15 years since the storm occurred, parts of Louisiana are still trying to recover from it.